Hey, this is Luke Simons with Salt Strong. In this video, we're going to cover Sabiki rigs again. We had a post a couple weeks ago about just how to make your own Sabiki rig, and really there's a lot of interest in it. So we thought we'd do a follow-up on just solving the #1 frustration with Sabiki rigs. This one is a store-bought rig. This tip will obviously apply to homemade ones as well. But the biggest problem with Sabiki rigs, I've felt this as I love using them, but I've always had a love-hate relationship because when they're being stored, when they're being used, they're great. But when they're being stored, you can see all of these hooks are basically out there waving in the wind, and what that's going to cause is just a lot of tangles. I've personally hooked myself many times. I have many holes in some of my favorite fishing shirts because of these little guys. Again, while being stored, just walk anywhere close to it, chances are it's going to get embedded in something and it will not be good. Whether it's again somebody's shirt, somebody's skin, or just other rods and just creating tangles. But the good news is there is one solution and it is very simple. It just takes just a quick second. I learned this from Captain Milton down in Sarasota. It's Milton Bondagel, and just super easy way to take the risk out of these hooks. And really it is as simple as just hooking these Sabikis to each other. Most of these rigs come in an even amount, and you can see just from doing this rig, I already have a tangle. That's just how much of a pain these things can be. But all you really have to do is before you put the rod up for storage, is just simply connect the top one to the second one, then connect the third one to the fourth one, so on and so forth until they're all really under control. Number 5 and number 6 connect to one another. And there we are. And then as long as there's tension applied, these will all stay in line with each other. And so that once we do put it back for storage, let me just put the weight around the reel like I normally do. Is that once it's in for storage, now you can see that these hooks are all contained. Not only are they not, before they were flowing out and it was going all the way up to about here. It was going way up pretty high. Now they're all contained in a smaller region, but more importantly that they're in line with the line. They're no longer sticking out, floating with the wind. They're sitting there in line with the line, so they're not going to be causing nearly as much trouble as they would otherwise. So that's the tip. That's just again the quick tip that is a pretty minimal tip. But if you've had these things stuck in you before, and if you've ruined shirts, I believe you will agree like me that is actually a pretty valuable tip, and again, the beauty of it is that it's just so simple and easy to do. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, or if you have any other ways to make these Sabiki rigs not quite as troublesome as they otherwise could be, love to hear about them, and please share them with others. And last of all, if you want to learn how to make these on your own, where you don't have to rely on the store-bought ones, I'll put a link down below on the video that we made a couple weeks ago that shows exactly how to make them yourself. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again soon.
There's something about the water that'll give you peace, all by yourself or with your family. Live salt strong and wear the line today.